Hey, it's Tree from Tree Essentials, and consistency is key when it comes to this hair growth journey. Yes, that did rhyme, but think of that as a rhythm on how you are supposed to be treating yourself in your everyday life, regardless of the situations that are going on around you, for you to see the optimal growth that you are intending to have. Now, that right there was a mouthful, but is a fullness, because we have 12 months in a year, we have 52 weeks, we have 24 hours in a day, 365 days a year, and sometimes that can seem a little overburdening for you to see the results that you want for not just your hair growth, but pieces in life. And that's okay, because the craziest thing is that we are supposed to break things up. There are different cycles in life. We have actually 4 seasons. So when you think of it as 4 seasons, you are actually able to do different things in different seasons and find balance. And don't forget that things grow in different seasons too. We have the anagen, catagen, and telogen phases, and those are different pieces. Yes, we have the catagen, anagen, telogen phase, and then think of that. Your anagen phase is the space when it is growing. Your catagen phase is telogen phase is when it's releasing. Catagen phase is when it's just in rest state. So that is the same thing with the seasons. We have summer, that is our time to play. Fall is when things release. Winter is when things become kind of dormant. And spring is when things become thriving in a vibrant manner. As I tell you, I am doing this as a reminder to me, because when I am on my hair growth journey, life is still happening. We may want all the growth in the world, but situations can come in, traumas, illnesses, deaths, sudden change in movement, transitions, moving, all the things. And you are still wanting to see the growth, but that can kind of become one of the last things you think about. And I understand, because there are so many more things. We are not supposed to take beauty as a vain situation. We are in actuality supposed to take our beauty as a situation of growth, development, and change in our inward parts. So in actuality, when you are on your hair growth journey, you are emulating a reflection of peace in journey and attributes in life. Your hair is a life reflection. It is an antenna actually to the things around you in the earth. That's why when you are in a big chaotic situation, you may feel headaches, especially when your hair is out. When your hair is covered, you may feel a little more seclusive and not having to be around everyone, even though you are around everyone. Just pay attention. But these things right there are just little pieces and reflections for our hair growth journey. And we have different moods, emotions. It's 365 days in a year. You are not about to be chippery do every single day. So you may be in an excited mood, especially the New Year's resolution, which technically should start in March, because that's when the new year is technically, but start in January. Be great, and then we start going down that decline because everything else is starting to happen. You don't have to do that. There's many little cool little quirks and techniques that you can do to enhance that hair growth journey. And my number one first, I can tell you, is prep your things. Get things prepped, meaning if you want a certain type of tincture or oil and butter, have that by your side, even if it needs to be in your purse, if it needs to be in a makeup bag, if you're going to the gym, or if you're on a go all the time. Have one for the house, one for the bathroom. Do things where it is sitting right in front of you, because when you have things in front, it's kind of hard to not remember. So out of sight, out of mind is really hard to remember, especially when there's a lot going on. Now, another thing that you can do while you are on your hair growth journey and trying to enhance and do things, make sure you are eating foods that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Now, we have such a on-the-go mode lifestyles that it's really hard sometimes to think about, what's healthy, what's doing. But think of this: Wendy's has potatoes and salads. I think McDonald's has salads too, if I'm not mistaken, unless they already took them out. You can get oatmeal at McDonald's if you're on the go, hungry. You can go to little quick shops and get soups things like that. Switch out your meals so that you're eating healthy, even if you are moving and have a lot going on. And especially that as well, meal prepping, making sure you're having things together in a sense so that once routines happen, it's like hard because you already started something up, meaning you have to eat, you might as well get the things together. And if you don't, have some type of cool budget plan list for while you're out and about, because you have to eat, you have to get your nourishment, you got to get your moisture for your hair growth. Now the other thing on your hair growth journey, vitamins and minerals. That is a really big important part, and sometimes we forget that, especially in America. Things are so crazy, whatever. Think of it as a self-care routine, a regimen, something that needs to be done to optimize not just your hair, but your well-being. Literally, your hair is a life reflection. So if you are getting in the things that are necessary for you to grow in the inside, your outside is going to do nothing but shine. Now, there are so many different things that happen in life, but on our consistency is key routine. Sometimes you may need to write down a cute little list and chart and keep it like that so that you know that you're doing things. And if that's going to help you, do that. Do what works best for you. Everyone is a different person, so your thing may not be the same thing for somebody else, and that is perfectly fine. Another thing that you can make sure you are doing is having a devotion that you follow throughout the year, meaning the word, putting the word inside your everyday. That is something that is really going to enhance your consistency, because it really strengthens, encourages you, and keeps you moving, flowing, going, growing, thriving. I don't even know what other word to rhyme, but having your word is a game changer, because the word is bind and it cannot be voided. It's one of those, not just the universal laws, it's creation, it's everything. And when you look at things like that, that's one of those nothing what did I say, the only constant in life is change and creator. So while we're going through all these different things in the world, having that type of solitude foundation is really going to get you thriving and going, even when times get hard, and it makes you know you're not alone. A lot of isolation's been happening, especially since COVID, and just even period before that. But that is my number one, especially in the times that I'm in right now. One thing I want you to know is, even though being consistent can sometimes be a burden, I guess, think of it as a self-discipline, as a self-respect, something that keeps you knowing that you are doing something to empower and encourage yourself. It makes you into a better individual, and it allows you to strengthen your relationship with yourself, because you are knowing that you are doing things that are actually empowering, uplifting your body, mind, spirit. And hair growth, remember, is a life reflection. Let's not forget that. It's not just about how long, it's about how healthy. It's about covering and letting it be a crown of glory. And glory is not an ego thing. Glory is exuding of the spirit, mind, body, and spirit and soul. So our consistency game, it is the third quarter. Let this be the beginning of the reset for the new year that is coming up. Let this be your time to get prepped. Let this be your meal prep time for your hair, body, mind, spirit. Let these times be something that inspires you. It's not the end, it is the very beginning into a new situation. Maybe something wasn't working in these other quarters, so use something else and change something up. Or maybe you want to add something in addition right before, just to see how it can change and be more vibrant. And that's okay too. That's the beauty of all of this, because there is no one set perfect ingredient for any of this hair growth journey. It's all about what works best for you. So with all of that being said, I again am Tree from Tree Essentials, and we are restoring our tree to grow essentially. Yes, your hair is a tree, you are like a plant, and I have a free community that you can join to get plethora of holistic hair wellness information. And as well, I would love if you book a wellness consultation. I can work with you individually to get your hair on an expedited journey and course. And with that being said, you have a great day and or night whenever you are watching this, and I truly look forward to working and seeing you soon. So I will see you next time. Bye.